Nebraska almost pulled off a major upset in Columbus, but now has lost 27 consecutive games to ranked teams. But fear not, they're playing a losing team coming to Nebraska, of course, and UCLA at 2-5. Steve Merrill's here, of course, to break down all the big games across college football. Check out the various segments on the team channels. This one, Steve, UCLA 6.5-point underdog on the road against Nebraska.
Yeah, I liked Ohio State last week. I thought it was a good bounce back spot off the bye, off the loss. Maybe they got caught looking ahead to Penn State. Nebraska is a good team still, but I just thought they were up against it last week. So that was an impressive showing by the Cornhuskers. One thing I always worry about, though, in these near misses in high-profile games like that for a big underdog is, does it linger? I always talk about letdowns after big wins. I think the letdowns happen more after close, tough losses. And this is a UCLA team that if Nebraska gets up on them, they should be able to pull ahead. But what UCLA actually does okay this year is throw the ball. They're just horrendously bad running the ball. 60 rushing yards a game, 2.5 yards per carry. So they're not going to have any success on the ground against a very good Cornhusker rush defense. But Nebraska does give up 7 yards per pass against teams that average 7.7. UCLA is averaging 7.4 against teams that allow just 6.5. So I think UCLA does have some passing attack here. My simulation favors Nebraska by 12. So there's no value with UCLA at only 6.5. In fact, the value is with Nebraska, but I'm concerned about the matchup, concerned about the potential letdown. And I think if you do come flat, it often shows on the defensive side of the ball. And we saw this line open as high as 41.5. It's now down to 39.5, as you mentioned, Mark. So that key number of 40 and 41 are in play now with the over. I'd lean over 39.5. I think the UCLA can move the ball through the air and get enough points to push this one over.
UCLA also playing better football in recent weeks. Went cross-country to defeat Rutgers 35-32 just 1 week after they took Minnesota down to the final play of the game. And then, of course, the bye week to help prepare for the date against Nebraska. Steve joins us from wagertalk.com. That's the place to catch Steve's complete look at the NFL, college football, and the NBA. And, of course, the under-the-radar selection exclusive right here at the Voice of College Football, courtesy Steve. Become a premium member on our YouTube channel or patreon.com/Mark Rogers TV. College football is even more exciting with some action on the line. And the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Let's start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread. I've got a 40-year track record. In fact, in 2023, at $100 played per game, you would have netted over $9,300. And guess what? I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill, our ace in the hole, show stopper from Wager Talk. 6 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick, which went 21-5 against the spread the last 2 seasons. I repeat, 21-5 against the spread. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Steve Dace and Matt Zemek. Become a YouTube channel member or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2024 a winner now.